Hello, everyone! Today, we're going to explore some quick, delicious egg cooking tips together, especially perfect for busy mornings or times when you just want something tasty without too much cleanup. Let's get started. Sunny side up eggs without a pan. Neat, fast, and super convenient. First, prepare 2 small heat-resistant glass jars, 1 jar per serving. Crack 1 egg directly into the jar. No need to beat it, just leave the yolk whole, exactly like when you make regular sunny-side-up eggs. And here's the most important secret of this trick. Add 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise. A lot of people might be surprised at this point, but mayonnaise doesn't just add richness. The fat in the mayo, along with a touch of mild acidity, helps the egg stay tender and soft when cooked instead of turning dry. Now, put the lid on the jar and give it a gentle shake. No need to shake vigorously, just enough to blend the egg and mayonnaise evenly. Place the jar directly into your air fryer. No need to keep the lid on the jar. Set the temperature to around 170 degrees Celsius, medium heat, and cook for about 5 minutes. During this time, the egg will cook slowly and puff up slightly, turning into a soft, fluffy, piping hot treat. When you take it out, you'll have a perfectly neat portion of sunny-side-up egg. Just 1 small jar, a few minutes of prep, and almost nothing to wash sounds ideal, right? Tip #2. And this tip starts a little differently. This tool may seem simple, but don't underestimate it. Prepare a pot of gently simmering water, just lightly bubbling, not a rolling boil. If the water is boiling too vigorously, the egg will break apart and the whites will scatter, so maintaining a moderate heat is key. Place a fine mesh strainer, or sieve, over the pot of gently simmering water and hold it in place securely with a spoon. That's the secret here. Crack the egg directly into the strainer. Cover the pot with a lid and let the steam cook the egg. About 2 minutes, until the whites are just set, while the yolk remains soft and runny. Here's why this method works so well. Thanks to the strainer, any excess loose, watery part of the egg white is drained away right from the start. This helps the egg turn out perfectly round, neat, and compact. The result? You'll get a flawless poached egg, perfectly round, clean, and beautiful. The whites are fully set, tidy, and smooth. The yolk is soft, creamy, and intact without breaking. Just simple, quick, and gives you that restaurant-quality poached egg every time. Let me know if you'd like any tweaks to make it sound even more natural. Tip #3. Separating egg yolks using bread. In the kitchen, we don't always have all the specialized tools we need. When you need to separate an egg yolk but don't have any dedicated gadget, I often use something that's almost always on hand: a piece of bread. Gently press a small piece of breadcrumb with your finger 3 to 4 times so that a bit of flour sticks to your fingertip. Then, directly touch the egg yolk with that same finger. Here comes the interesting part you'll notice right away. With just 2 fingers, the yolk will instantly adhere to the bread and can be easily lifted up, completely intact and without breaking. If you happen to have an empty plastic bottle, like the one I usually use in my kitchen, the process becomes even simpler and cleaner. Gently squeeze the bottle to force some air out. Then place the opening of the bottle directly over the egg yolk and release your grip. The yolk will immediately be sucked up into the bottle whole and unbroken. To release it later, just give the bottle another gentle squeeze and the yolk will come right back out. Once you've successfully separated the yolk, don't discard it. This is exactly the moment to turn it into a really unique and delicious treat with just a few very simple steps. Place the egg yolk into a clean plastic container or a glass jar with a tight-fitting lid. Then pour in pure honey until the yolk is completely submerged. The honey will gradually draw moisture out of the yolk, causing it to firm up and cure slowly without any heat. Seal the lid tightly, place it in the refrigerator's cooler compartment, and let it soak for 3-5 days. When you open it, the yolk will have transformed into a chewy, candy-like texture, mildly sweet, rich and fragrant, with absolutely no fishy smell. With just one egg yolk and a little honey, you've created a rustic, creamy, aromatic, packed with nutrients, and a fantastic quick energy boost. Super simple, zero waste, surprisingly tasty, definitely worth trying. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments to the tone or phrasing. Tip #4. Now I'm going to show you an Asian dish recipe that you absolutely have to try at least once in your life. First, we need 3 eggs. Crack the eggs into a bowl. Add a pinch of salt. Then measure out water. Stock in a 2-to-1 ratio to the eggs, 2 parts liquid to 1 part egg. The key is to get the ratio exactly right, so it's best to weigh the eggs first for accuracy. Whisk the mixture thoroughly until it's completely smooth and well combined. Next, prepare a steamer, double boiler setup. Pour about 2 centimeters of water into the bottom pot, pan to create steam. Make a small ring or stand out of aluminum foil to elevate the plate inside the steamer. Place a shallow, heat-proof plate on top of the foil ring. Then strain the egg mixture through a fine sieve directly into the plate to remove any bubbles or lumps. Cover the plate to trap the steam. Steam over low heat for 8 minutes. Then turn off the heat and let it rest with the lid on for another 5 minutes. This gentle finishing step helps achieve that silky smooth, custard-like texture. When the time is up, carefully remove the plate. You'll see the egg has set into a beautiful golden color, firm yet incredibly soft and jiggly. Drizzle a little chili powder, or chili oil, and a splash of light soy sauce on top. This silky, melt-in-your-mouth steamed egg custard is sure to surprise and impress you. Enjoy this fragrant, delicate, and comforting Asian-style steamed egg dish. It's simple yet incredibly refined. Let me know if you'd like any tweaks to make it sound even more natural. Tip #5. Check egg freshness with water. After spending enough time in the kitchen, I've realized that eggs do have an expiration date too. Some eggs need to be used right after you buy them, while others can sit in the fridge for a whole week and you still won't know what's really going on inside. Cracking them open just to check is wasteful, so I always use one simple but very effective method: the water test. Prepare a glass or bowl of water. Gently place each egg into the water one by one. If the egg lies flat on the bottom, it's still fresh. If the egg floats to the top, don't hesitate, throw it away. Air has built up inside the shell, which means the egg has gone bad. Among the 5 tips above, which one impressed you the most, and which one would you try first? Feel free to comment from 1 to 5 to let us know which tip is the most loved. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends so everyone can discover more awesome kitchen hacks together. Thank you so much for joining us today. See you again in the next tips.